my name's Rob Kitsos. I'm an associate professor here at the School of Contemporary Arts, and I'm working on a big interdisciplinary dance production called War.Requiem. And this concert's a little bit different than our normal model of a repertory concert in that instead of having artists come to make complete pieces, which we normally do, we're picking the theme of war and asking the artists to come and just come up with some ideas around war. And then I will, along with collaborating with many different artists, including the choreographers, lighting designers, media artists, make it into a full evening work, kind of a collage around that idea. So we have exciting choreographers here. We have the 605 Collective Company, which is a very hot company now in Canada, and they all work collaboratively, so all three artists are making work.
A moment of suspension, like your hips going over, then you could create it on the floor. Like if you're like this, you can still move like this, and it looks a lot different than that would.
I'm Shawna Elton, and I am a choreographer and I am a sessional teacher at SFU for the contemporary dance program.
So comfortable with it, I really feel like you could just go a little bit more into a drastic, riskier place with safety, obviously, you know? So you've got the connection, now you have the time.
So if I were to create a piece on my own, I would want some sort of levity or some sort of relief, because nobody likes watching a movie or anything that's just like dead all the way, like it's all about despair. So immediately I was like, well, is there any level of levity in war? And the answer is like, well, they tried to do that. There were people that would like be flown in and just be kind of like singers that would entertain them and bring in that sort of lightness. And then that's where the absurdity comes back in, because it's completely absurd. Like, okay, la 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 la, and bye-bye, and then back to like killing.
Vanessa Goodman is part of her own collective, the Contingency Plan, which is a great collective here in Vancouver. And Vanessa has been working independently as a choreographer for the last few years along through that collective, but also on her own. And she also makes really intelligent work and very physical work, so we're excited to have her. She's also a beautiful dancer, so it'll be great to have her here.
We actually just had a rehearsal this afternoon with 605, 3 different artists, and it's been a really fun experience, definitely challenging in a lot of ways. They're a very physical sort of dance, a lot of floor work, so taking weight into your upper body, handstands, crawling around on the floor, falls, so it's been a really fun challenge in that regard. And just a really neat experience to be introduced to so many different ideas.
War.Requiem has been very tough. It's pulling a lot out of the dancers. It's very physical. It really tests the boundaries of our physical limits, as well as it's starting to tap into us emotionally as performers.
I was thinking about what topic we could cover before doing the concert, and I've been thinking about war recently over the last couple of years, because we're always in war and there's a lot of war going on in the world. But my stepfather is also a journalist for National Public Radio in the United States, and he's done a lot of stories about post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. And so I've been learning a lot through his research about that, and then Gabriel, the composer, actually recommended a book called Trauma and Recovery, and there's amazing stories about this idea of transformation and these what happens to people when they have traumatic events. And so it kind of started to layer from there. That's where we started, but there's a lot of ideas that we're collaging in the piece around this idea of war. One of the overarching themes is transformation, because when you're involved in something that intense, that traumatic, your reality completely shifts. So that idea is really interesting in terms of creating an atmosphere and a space, and this idea of transformation.
I definitely had a strong image of a duet. I didn't know how in any capacity what it would look like, but that it had to do with extreme grief and like complete like everything's been decimated, and like how that affects you on a very emotional level. And it's a sadness that is so not just about being sad, but just like bottomless, right?
Show is a little bit unique in that it's an hour and a half of one theme, a bunch of choreographers working together to kind of solidify
Whatever comes.
Yeah,
And at the
pretty
end of
much.
the process. And that's a hard part too, because like working with 605, we're working on phrases and we're working on ideas, but
We're all
still,
kind of on the same wavelength.
I think this show is really, I think it's going to be for anyone who loves dance and everybody who's not quite sure. All those people that go, oh, I don't want to go see a dance show. This one, I can guarantee now it's just going to be...
Boys will like it, girls will like it, students will like it, teachers will like it, husbands will like it.
It
It
is
is
definitely
physical.
physical. I think it's just gonna, an hour and a half is gonna fly by. There'll be an intermission though, for sure.
There is, Rob has brought together, I feel like, a really nice mix of different choreographers, because I think we all have a different aesthetic, and I think if you've never seen modern dance, this is a really good piece to come to see, because it's going to show quite a range and just like a really well crafted piece. And then you